sense.
Tyler never paid the rent. He ain't never paid the rent. I was giving him the money to pay, and he never paid it. So all our stuff just sitting outside getting rained on.
But that don't make sense because literally your birthday was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and y'all were just in Las Vegas. So I don't understand how. I'm just confused on how y'all been taking trips this whole year. Y'all been doing all this stuff. Y'all been doing all this traveling. I don't understand. I thought y'all were doing well.
I can't believe it. I can't believe he would just sit here and I'm paying half of the rent and he just wouldn't pay the rent.
So he wasn't paying the rent. So what was he spending it on? Was it the trip?
I don't know.
You don't. Oh, okay.
I have nowhere to stay. I have nowhere to go.
I have a question. So do you know for sure he wasn't paying the rent? Like, was it a mix-up or like?
It's not a mix-up. They evicted us. His name is on that paper. I can't believe he would do something like this.
I can't believe it either. Did you ask him why he didn't? I don't understand. How could he not pay the rent? Do you need somewhere to stay? Do you need to come over here?
I don't have nowhere to go. Can I stay with you, please?
Yeah, you can stay with me. It makes sense, boo.
Long story short, you got finessed, baby girl. I'm sorry. You got finessed. And here's what I mean. This is pretty common. This can happen a lot of times where guys will go and stay with the chick that they're with. What do I mean? She'll have her own apartment and guys will just go live up under the chick and maybe they'll pay half the rent, maybe they won't. But what I'm ultimately saying is that the apartment is in her name. So maybe it's not. She said she was giving him the money to pay the rent. That's weird. I don't know. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. That basically he didn't have the apartment in his name. He was getting her half of the rent as well as his half of the rent, but then he was just pocketing that. And then now this is going to reflect on her name and not his. That's why I would say it's, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. But what I ultimately want to focus on at the end of the day is this is what happens when we pick men based off of vain, fickle reasons. You see a lot of women today who their hard stop is I'm not willing to date a dude under 6 feet, et cetera, et cetera. It'll be all these vain things that are basically hard barriers to entry. But never do they really address the character aspect. And this is what you get. You get guys like this. Hey, you got you some eye candy, but he ain't going to be ish. That's what you get because that's what you prioritize. So we'll leave it there. You can like the video. I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually does help out tremendously.
Y'all want to know how my day's going? I'm a homeless 25-year-old mom of 3, and my kids lost my keys about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, and we have been stuck at the beach ever since. And I'm going to have to find a way to go get my son from school. If anybody knows and watches our videos, we sleep in the car most of the time, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I had 2 locksmiths come out, y'all. I can't even pay them. Not even going to lie to you. I don't even know why it costs $450 to get a key replaced. And then the second person that came out said $300 and something. Like, that is crazy to me. So I don't know what we're going to do, y'all. It seems like when it rains, it fucking pours.
Living in a homeless shelter. Get my morning routine started, grab my stuff out the cage, earrings, wash my face, brush my teeth, listen to people argue.
You are on drugs. Anyway, I would.
Lay my edges down, put some moisturizer on my face, put some lotion on my body, put my shoes on because they kick us out at 8 o'clock and I gotta figure out what to do for the rest of the damn day.
Oh, wow.
Here I am,
Is that how it
putting
works?
on my stuff, looking thick as fuck. Putting on smell good. Little mama ain't got shit on my lip gloss. Got to keep me a portable charger. Talking about the free ice cream from Ben & Jerry's. Time to meditate, get my mind right, document my mood for the day. I'm motherfucking tired. Let the universe know I'm thankful. Crack my back even though it's not the way I want it to be cracked. Let me stretch because carrying this heavy ass bag all day is hard. Looking thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. For breakfast, I had pancakes. The eggs was nasty. That cinnamon thing was nasty. The coffee was good. And I had water. Come up to the office where they let me record my voiceovers and do all my content for today. Or from the day before. Thank God. This car is so pretty. Time to go get some money so I can wash my clothes because I only keep about 4 days worth of clothes with me. The rest of my stuff is in storage because I just can't carry all that shit around. Put the powder in, put the coins in, and I'm out the door. Go sit at Starbucks because there's nothing else to do. Everybody meet Toby and Katie. Toby was everybody's best friend. He was so sweet. Go put my...
It's nothing else to do. Did she think about going to the little office and doing her content like that? That she just did work or something? That she went to work? That's what I'm trying to understand. Got a lot to say. Let's just address real quick before we get back into it. The mother whose kids lost her keys and now she's doesn't know what she's going to do because that vehicle is both her home and her means of transportation. Get organized. Why do your kids have your keys? Especially if this vehicle is basically the lifeblood of you all able to survive out here. I see this a lot. I've come across it a lot where a lot of times the ladies don't put their things in the same place every time and have a system for that, especially important things. And when you're in that type of survival situation, you don't have time to be ending up in that circumstance to where your keys are lost. That is a big deal. That is the difference between life and death. So I don't understand that. Let's get back into this though.
Stuff in the dryer, gave Katie a reading, got a free water, and going back to the homeless shelter to see if I can stay a little longer than what they told me I could. This man is singing like crazy, sounding crazy, making one of the workers laugh. They're asking me questions about my life to see where I fit and how long. All I ate was that pastry and this sandwich with this beautiful message on it. Sitting with my friend that I said was batshit crazy, it's a joke. Going to get my eyebrows done, looking cute. This is the end result. Go to Whole Foods to go pick up my package from the Amazon locker, and the shit is all the way upstairs. They have an elevator and everything. Today was a beautiful day. Slim, thick, crumble skin, 5'5", this bitch is 10, hair done, build. This is what I got from Amazon. Cute. All I ate was that rice and the meat. Water, of course, giving another tarot reading to the person that I feel like God wanted me to meet and help. And good night.
See, I was going to say, by the way, there was some music, some ratchet music. I don't know if it's going to make it through the cut. YouTube takes all that stuff out. But I say this to say it's giving insight into the way she thinks. Because I'm starting to see a trend now when I review this stuff where it's more and more like everyday normal people that you would normally see ending up in homeless shelters who I'm sure they never even thought that that was a possibility. But what they're finding out is that the landscape and the environment within the US is changing, really within the world. But it's possible for everybody to end up in that situation. And you're having less and less room for error out here. You have fewer margin for error today. A lot of things that people were able to get away with of yesterday is no longer going to be able to get away with in this new landscape. And you have to be very intentional. You have to make sure you're making the right decisions for your future and for whatever you're responsible for. She doesn't appear to have kids, but she still ended up in the shelter, and we see why. It sounded like, what's the chick? That whatever the music was that just played, Sexy Red music. So that's what she likes to listen to. Then she's doing tarot cards at the same time. Her focus is on the content. She said that dang near this is her last night in the shelter. She's trying to get another night, but it didn't really seem like it was too pressing or too urgent based off of all the things she did throughout that day. She was living her day like she had a, you know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like a very blissful, relaxing, great day. Like you're not in a urgent, destitute situation. And a lot of people are living their life like that. Slow motion. All this stuff is happening around them. And they're just acting like it doesn't exist. And then They don't think that they can end up in under this circumstance, and it's sad to see. But I think we have to review this type of stuff just to show it's regular people just like you ending up in these homeless shelters. So take things seriously. Don't put self-inflicted wounds on yourself.
Well, you guys, I just want to be transparent that if it ain't one thing, it's another. I literally just had a conversation with a leasing lady, and I said, hey, I said, is there a way I can pay you a certain amount? And you know what I'm saying? Once I go to this church little funding thing, basically they'll be able to give me 500, and they'll basically put me at 900 to pay y'all. And once I start working next week, I'll be able to pay. Well, I got 3 days to vacate, basically 2 days to vacate. I said, how does that make sense? That I literally just talked to y'all, and y'all said it's fine, it's cool. How much can you pay right now?
She tried to give him an excuse, something that didn't sound like it was really going to happen anyway, because it sounded like it still didn't happen. And boy, they went and filed that same day. They said, okay, no worries. I ain't about to sit here and argue with you. They went and filed and then just put it on her door.
Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But now you talking about you getting law enforcement involved? Baby, I'm about to get the fuck out. This fucking apartment is roach infested. I don't even give a fuck no more. It is what the fuck it's gonna be. I already moved most of my shit the fuck out. Cause I just knew. It's like, if it ain't one thing, it's another with me and my situation and what I got going on. And I just told myself, I ain't worried about nobody else's situation no more. You want to be in that? That's what the fuck you want to be in. It is what it's going to be. I'm about to start worrying about me and me only. I promise you. I promise you. I don't want a motherfucker saying, nope, I don't want to go to no party. I don't want to go to shit. Ain't
Yeah.
shit fucking funny. Ain't shit fucking fun. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. After this rodeo, I promise you, it is money go time. I have Instacart. I have DoorDash. I have doing all these fucking.
You about to get evicted and you still gonna go to the rodeo? Look, she said after. It's always after one more thing. I gotta do one more thing, and then I'm gonna get my ish together. And then after she does this one thing, it's gonna be another one thing.
Things. You think I'm about to be running my car up and down this goddamn road to try to pay this apartment off? No. Hell no. I'm about to come up with 2100 within fucking 2 days. I don't even know a drug dealer that can do that in a moment. Shit. But it is what it's gonna be. I'm about to find me a hotel for the week by week and figure this thing out. I promise you, this ain't my first rodeo when it comes to this situation. Living in my car, I don't give a damn. I gotta do what I gotta do to mentally sustain my damn self. And it is what it's gonna be. I ask for prayer mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. It's like every time I take 2-3 steps up, it's like I'm getting knocked back down 5 steps back. It's like the devil wants me to lose so freaking bad. So freaking bad. It's like, ooh, it's like the devil knows, like, I'm at my breaking point. I am at my freaking breaking point. I really want to start smoking again. I want to start drinking again. I don't know what else to freaking do. Mentally, emotionally, financially, it's like I don't know what else to do but crash out. I haven't crashed out these past 2 months. I've just been emotionally tired. But I am so tired. I really want to crash out so freaking bad. But I'm not about to worry about it. I'm not about to worry about it. I'm about to give it to God. I'm about to surrender. That's the only thing I know how to do best. And whatever blessing that God gives me in this next season, just know I ain't go through it for nothing. For nothing, for nobody, but for my damn self. Because I promise you, I have been through hell and hot water for the past, 6 years? In and out. car, house, hotel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I feel like this is the past 2 years where I'm able to say, hey, like I'm a little sustainable. No.
You know, it's funny, right? Sometimes you tell people like you need to get a career, you need to study up, you need to try to get into something stable and something that's probably going to be difficult because that's what you want. If it's difficult, then that means it'll be a higher barrier of entry. And they look at that like, oh, but I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do. It's going to suck. This lady right here, this young lady is suffering. But a lot of times when we say what you need to do in order to get ahead in life, we view that as suffering. So what this reveals is you're either going to suffer, you're either going to endure the suffering of discipline and consistency, or you're just going to endure the suffering of living a life where you're surviving. You're not going to avoid the suffering. So you have to pick what you're willing to suffer for. Listen, I don't always feel like doing these videos. I'm consistent though, ain't I? I show up every day. Sometimes it's a suffering experience, but I keep my perspective. But when you have to do it, it's a bit like suffering. But I have to understand, what is the quote? Y'all ever heard this quote? Either you're going to sacrifice for what you want, or what you want will become the sacrifice. And this is what it is for a lot of people out here, especially a lot of the younger generation, because they have a different level of visibility than a lot of other people grew up on, meaning they can see other people's lives, other people maybe younger than them or maybe even their age, living these extravagant lives, enjoying their youth to the fullest. And so now they don't want to miss out on that. And they do everything they want, but they don't understand that they're paying a price at the same time. And then this is what that price ultimately gets to. If you take what you want up front, you're going to pay on the back end. It's just that simple. There will always be duality to life. And it's sad to see a lot of people experiencing things like this. But the beauty of it is she's still young enough to learn and to pivot and to grow.
How being evicted was the best thing that ever happened to me this year. Now, after I got evicted, they told me like, this is gonna be on my credit, I'll need to pay it off, da 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 da. As we know, evictions stay on your credit for 7 years. I went to check my credit about a couple months ago, and even now I check my credit frequently now because I'm actively working on it, because I know God told me to work on my credit. It is not there. There's no eviction on my credit. If that is not a testament to who God is and what he can do for you as long as you're obedient to him, it really blew my mind that was not on my credit. When I say that God's ways are higher than your ways, God's thoughts are higher than your thoughts, like, please believe it. Like, believe me. Like, I am telling you from my own experience, his ways are higher than your ways. His thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Yes, you got evicted, but that will not even be on your record. Like, yes, you got evicted, but who cares? God can move mountains. God can do anything for you. Okay.
Well, she didn't give the context of what she got evicted for, right? Because especially a lot of young people out here, they a lot of times get evicted not for the most obvious reason of not paying your rent. Sometimes it's just the way that they behave within the complex. So in that case, it probably wouldn't show up on your credit. However, you are in a system with an eviction on file where other renters and landlords can look you up and then screen you and filter you accordingly. Now, just because it doesn't necessarily show up on your credit as eviction, a lot of times the collections process can take a little bit of time. They're going to try to reach out to you, and they're probably going to sell your debt a few times to other collection agencies before they actually just put it as a collection on your credit. So it still may be coming down the pipeline. They just may be trying to get in touch with you and trying to see if they can collect on that debt first before they put it on your credit. So she probably just isn't aware of that. And we also don't know if it was related to finances. We're going to leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it actually does help out tremendously. Also, if you could hype the video, hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and then it shows you the points. And then also Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.